Good evening, everybody. There we go. You guys stuck over there? Nick is in the house. Good to see you, Nick. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. We're back to kitchen duty today. You doing good? Nice, excellent. What we like to hear, my friend. All right, I'll talk to you later about the truck. I don't know what the deal was. I got it running, but I don't know what the deal was. For sure. But all right, get to work. All right, I'm doing kitchen duty. I'm working. I'm slaving away. Hello, sir. Good to see you, too. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stinky. Good to see you. Woo-wee. Camera's not following me. Come on, lock in on me. Come with me. Let me get set up here. We're going to do some work in my kitchen. I got a lot going on tonight, everybody. Thank you for being here. I know we're early. We usually go a little bit later, but what the heck. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to stretch my back a second. All of you wonderful, outstanding, good-looking, charming people out there, give us a thumbs up. All right. We'll give it a few minutes and let the regulars kind of crawl on in here. Cooking chicken today for my dog Lily. We're making homemade dog food. I'm making homemade bread. I think that's all I'm making today. So what are you guys up to out in your part of the world? Come on in and say hello. Is there anything, remember, I am your internet life coach and death coach. If you have any questions, thoughts, or comments about anything in the world, we are here to help you resolve those issues. All right. I don't know where my ink pen went. I like it, I like it, I like it. Shirley's in the house. Good to see you. Hello, Shirley. How are you, my friend? Well, I thought I had a pen. I'm going to make some homemade bread and although I don't like to mark up my cookbooks and things, I mean, I don't like to make a mess of them. I do like making notes. Call me Anna. I am using my mom's account. All right, Anna, we will call you Anna. Oh, here's a highlighter. Maybe I can do that. Anna, good to see you. Thank you for being here. What part of the world is everybody from? Tonight, we are in the United States, if you hadn't quite... come on now. My camera's having a hard time tracking me today. So you're in Kansas. Well, we're not too far away from you. We are currently in the state of Arkansas. So we're not very far from you. You guys like working in the kitchen? You like cooking, making bread? I'm making homemade dog food. I'll finish that tomorrow, right today. I'm literally just boiling down her chicken. No additives, no anything, just water, boil it down. Then tomorrow I'll be adding some fresh carrots and pumpkin seed to it. But I like making eggs, all right? I make eggs every day for my wife. And then tonight I'm also going to be making some cheese batter bread. First time I've ever made this type of bread, so I kind of got to go over my notes a tiny bit. So, but thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here. Party time in the US of A. Let me see where I'm at. Oh, I got to get my yeast. I wonder what I did with all my yeast. I got some yeast. This bread I'm going to make has chicken stock and poultry seasoning in it. It's kind of a little different. Get some of my ingredients. I need sugar. I know I need butter. A little bit of salt. We're going to go low on the salt. We got the egg already at room temperature. And I got to add onion salt. I'm going to add dried onion. Yeah, a little bit of sugar. Flour, sugar. I need a bigger house. I think I need more room in my house to do more cooking with. Does anybody else have that problem? I know I do. Where's my... Isn't yeast alive or something? Well, it's dormant until you activate it. Yes, so this is, dried yeast, and how you activate it is by putting it in warm water and letting it sit, and then it becomes alive again. But you are correct, my friend. You are very correct. I'm going to try something a tiny bit different today. Yeah, it's like a science experiment. It is indeed. You are right about that. And cooking is nothing but science if you don't know. If you can read instructions and be patient, then anybody can become a cook. I'm not saying you're going to be a great cook. I'm just saying you can become a cook. Let me check my dog's chicken. Starting to get there. Ah, it's still bloody there. All right, so life is nothing but a science experiment, my friend. One cup of warm broth. I'm going to try something. They want your broth to be about 110 degrees, kind of like the same temperature. To activate yeast, your liquid needs to be about 110 to 115 degrees. So I got a hot pot, which is what this is, electric hot pot. I'm going to stick it on here just for a second and see if I can't warm it up to the right temperature. Let me get my whisk out. I need my room temperature egg a little closer. I'm going to let that cool off in a little bit because 140 is too hot. I need about 20 degrees less. How much sugar? Sugar. All right, Lily, that's enough. I hope you guys are doing great out there. Don't be kind. And give us a thumbs up if you would. Now, We're not really used to like eating a lot of salt at this house. We don't really like a lot of salt, but we know salt's important to flavor. So for this today, I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt in just a little bit. But we don't like a lot of salt at this house. I don't know about you guys, but let's see, what else? Poultry seasoning. We're making a cheese battered bread. Eldred's in the house. Good to see you. How are you, my friend? I hope your evening is going as well as ours. Shirley says, hello. You guys all say hello to each other. Be friends with each other. You like my hat? I thank you for that. I appreciate all the thumbs up and shout outs for my hat we can get, right? You can never go wrong wearing a fedora. You like to wear hats? Make sure that's a cup still. So yeah, our warm chicken broth. Ooh, that's too hot. If your liquid's too hot, you will kill the yeast. So you have to have hot liquid to activate yeast. But it only can be about 110 to 115, 110 to 115. If it's too high, it will kill it. So we got to drop the temperature on that. And you can always get a little thermostat or a thermometer. You're going to like and subscribe. Thank you for doing that. Well, ooh, yeah, way too hot. We're at 140. Ooh, that's way too hot. There, on the stove, I'm making homemade dog food out of chicken for my dog. And see if I can use this can to try to cool my liquid down. I'm really careful not to spill it. That's not going to work. And on the table here, we're just starting the process of making some homemade cheese battered bread. All right. Let me let my chicken broth cool off a tiny bit. It's too hot. I used to burn mine when my mom makes food, yes. Leo Lady says, hello, Leo Lady, good to see you. How are you today? What's going on in y'all's world? Do you guys like to cook? I pretend that I know how to cook. I enjoy it when, I really do enjoy being in the kitchen. I don't want to say I'm good at it, but I enjoy it. So Leo lady, nice to see you. Hello, and thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. We'll have a whole bunch of more people joining us. I went live early. I usually go a little bit later in the day. And I usually do morning live streams where I talk about how to grow your social media and how to become a better person overall on my morning live stream, so you guys can catch those. I kind of talk about, how to appreciate ourselves, how to do better, how to be better people. And then, of course, at night, I usually go about 7 o'clock, but it's only 6:30 now. So, but I had things I needed to do here in my kitchen, so I wanted to get started. Boys and girls. So I'm trying to make cheese batter bread. I've never made this recipe before. I got it out of a cookbook called Taste of Home Breads. They're kind of classic bread dishes. Because my wife and I have decided we're not going to eat fake bread anymore, store-bought breads. In our mission to eat healthier and to be healthier, we kind of want to get away from store-bought stuff. John is in the house. John, how are you today, my friend? Good to see you. How was your day? I'm trying to get my chicken broth to cool down. It's about 20 degrees too hot. Oh, it's still hot. Come on. Maybe if I aerate the broth. You're doing good? Nice, nice. We're doing pretty good, to be honest. It's all right. Today's Monday. In my world, Mondays are trash days. I'm always busy on Monday taking trash out. All right, you have to leave? All right, but you're going to be right back. Nice. Thank you for that. Yes, we're making chicken. The chicken is the food for my dog. So we don't feed our dog food like kibble, hard dog food. We've learned that, we really like to feed in her turkey and chicken without any seasonings in it. So that's what's on the stove here, is the chicken. And I will drain the fat off of it. I'm going to debone it tomorrow. I will chop up a whole bunch of carrots and pumpkin seeds, and that will be her mixture. And I'm going to bag it up and freeze it, and I take out just enough for 1 week, or about 5 days at a time. So that's what we do for my dog, Lily. But what's exciting, there's hummingbirds everywhere outside tonight. We have our hummingbird feeders up. I just released a short video on my channel about the hummingbird, so it's really cool. So yeah, the dog food is very healthy, very protein packed. And we got hummingbirds. We got some videos on there, and we got them. Some of my live streams, I sit outside, and you can I let you guys watch the hummingbirds as they go around. But we just dropped a video, a little short on my channel with the hummingbirds in it. We do have some really cool hummingbird feeders that some companies have sponsored and sent to us. My dog's name is Lily. She's a wiener dog. So she's a dachshund, one of the dogs that looks like a hot dog. That's what she is. She's a hot dog. And we had 2 of them, Daisy and Lily, but Daisy passed away about 1.5 years ago now, which broke my heart. So now we're down to 1 wiener dog, and her name's Lily. She was in a car accident about 2 years ago and got ran over by a car. And so she has a clubbed foot, but there's a lot of videos of her and Daisy, our other dog, on our YouTube channel. Because we like dogs. We especially like wiener dogs, to be honest. We're kind of very partial to wiener dogs. A little warm in my kitchen today. You have a Chiweenie? Right, Chihuahua. I know what those are. I had a friend that had one. Tim's in the house. Good evening, Tim. Thank you for coming in, Tim. Yes, I had a good friend that had a Chiweenie for a long time. I think its name was Ben. A mini dog, basically, yeah. Yeah, our Daisy was, both of our dogs were supposed to be miniature wiener dogs. They're full size. Daisy was quite a bit smaller, but she was still in the category of a full size one. Lily's a good 20-pound dog, so she's a chunk. Tim, how are you? How are things in the Philippines, my friend? I'm worried about the Philippines. I saw a couple of good things. I did see where they're doing cruises out of the Philippines more, Tim, which is exciting. But also I'm kind of worried about China and the Philippines. What in the autocorrect is wrong with your keyboard? Everything. Everything's wrong with our keyboards, let me tell you. I'm coming back. All right, thank you for that. We appreciate that. And between all the weather that we're from in the Philippines, Tim, and we've been talking to friends, and we got friends that are starting to get nervous in the Philippines. People, not Americans, I mean Filipinos in America that are starting to get a little nervous. They feel like things are starting to heat up. A little worried about Japan or China. They're worried about the economy. They're starting to feel the same stresses, right? But Tim, I hope your weather's good today. How much flour am I using? All right, what am I doing here? Dissolve yeast, okay. Autocorrect is real annoying. It is. That's all right. What I like is when you do the speech to text, you know, when you talk, you know, and it comes up with words. I like that. You go, what? What in the heck does that mean? Well, maybe I can just rearrange. I don't gotta. Tim says, I'm okay here. Sunday had heavy rain. Had to call the electric provider because of the sparking. Wow. Yeah, you know, electricity is a serious thing in the Philippines. You got to be really, really careful. I'm using an egg in this bread mix. It had to be a warm, so I got an egg that's been sitting out at room temperature. Cooking, yes, I like to cook. They fixed it and fit. Wow, that's shocking. It's shocking that something got fixed in 15 minutes. I mean, you don't even get that in America. We're out of frozen turkeys. So we had to switch to buying frozen chicken. Our dog prefers turkey over chicken, but Sorry, yeah, turkey over chicken. But not a lot I can do about it. We're out of frozen turkeys. The good thing about this bread is it doesn't need to be kneaded. You don't gotta massage it. Do I like waffle fries? Actually, I do not like waffle fries. I don't know what it is, whether it's the texture. There's just something about waffle fries like you get like a Chick-fil-A. I'm just not a big fan of them. We make homemade waffles every day at our house, real waffles, here at the house. I mean waffles, with blueberries and raspberries in them. And this morning I made them with yogurt. I added yogurt, a Greek style yogurt, to the waffles that we make here, our homemade waffles. But waffle fries, I'm really not. I like onion rings though. I'm an onion ring fan. I don't mind French fries, but I'm not a huge French fry person either. I should have got a smaller bowl. I'm a little apprehensive on this recipe, but we're going to try to make this bread and see if it comes out well. If I can get some of the, I feel like I'm making gravy, even though I'm making bread. I'll show you, if you guys want to see. Here's kind of the start of our batter. I got more flour to add to it. Yeah, we do too. We air fry everything for the most part. I air fry. I love onion rings, but I air fry them. I don't oil fry them. The only thing that we really oil fry is like the fried fish for the girls. You know, when they like their fish, Tim? All right. Well, this recipe calls for cheddar. You can't go wrong with cheddar. Cheddar makes everything better. Yeah, close enough. Too much. Need a rice paddle. Sorry about that. Shirley says, I got to go for now, but I did subscribe, so we thank you for that, Shirley. Shirley, take care, Tim says. Got to make some bread, Tim. I hope I got this recipe right. I'm starting to doubt myself, Tim. I don't feel confident in my recipe, Tim. Wow, I have confidence in the recipe. I don't have confidence in myself. I don't know if this is looking right. Am I doing everything right? Let's see. Yeast, 1 cup. Yeah. All right. I feel like it's time to get my hands dirty. Even though you're not supposed to knead it, it feels like it's just too dry. Do too much flour? No? 1 cup of chicken broth? Butter? All right. I'm not having great confidence in myself, Tim. Yeah, I'm going to be making rye bread here pretty soon. Rye bread. I'm going to trust the process. I just don't feel confident. Yeah, rye bread's the next one I'm going to make after this batch. I got a recipe for rye bread. Let me put this over here on the stove and let it rise. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, you know, my question would be, they got a lot of bakeries in the Philippines. Philippines, right, Tim? They got a lot of bread makers. I wonder if you could just go to one and say, look, here's a recipe on rye bread. Could you make me some rye bread? You know what I mean? Because if they got all the tools they need to make bread in the Philippines, which they do a pretty good job of. Dennis says, hello, everybody. Good to see you, Dennis. How are you, my friend? What's going on in your part of the world? I'm rereading this recipe because I think I screwed it up, but I don't know if I screwed it up because I don't know. I think I followed the instructions. I don't know. I'm not impressed. But we'll see in a little bit, I guess. We'll give it some chance to rise. Cheese battered bread is what we're making. So, Dennis, what's going on, my friend? Hey, Dennis, I hope you don't mind. My wife got very excited the other day, Dennis. I told her that you volunteered in case I died to take her on, to support her and take care of her. And she got very excited about all the LVs that you could purchase her. After I'm dead, of course. There you go. Ah, they can't get the flour? I wonder if you could order it. I wonder if you could order the flour for one of them. Like through Lazarda or one of those others. Or what's the big warehouse place? Let me see. Let me get my rye bread recipe. I saved it. I like scones. I'm going to make scones this winter. I like scones. I like biscuits. Chocolate zucchini bread, banana bread, that's all easy stuff. I've made a lot of banana bread over the years that I've been alive and kicking. And Dennis, my wife was very happy. We went to Branson, Missouri over the weekend. I needed a pair of shoes I want to use for the cruise ship. And she got to take one of her LVs with her out in public. There's a thing called key lime bread. I've never heard of that, but I'm really excited about making that because I love key lime. But maybe I need to. There's, here's a little bit of drama. Dennis, if you're still here, I know how much you like gossip. You want to hear a funny thing? We have some, we're not making a big deal about the breads that we're making, right? But we have posted pictures on Facebook. And here's a funny thing. Scones are biscuits, but a little bit harder, a little bit sweeter, if I remember right. Trying to find that rye bread recipe. So, I made bread last week and I put a couple pictures just on Facebook, no big deal. Apparently, there's other Filipinos that make homemade bread who all of a sudden started saying, oh, look who's copying us. Look who's doing bread now. Look who's making homemade bread. We've been doing it forever. We sell it. Look at us, right? We have no intentions of selling it or anything like that. We're just making homemade bread. But ours looked so good, I guess some of the people felt offended. And, had a little bit of drama about, oh, hey, look who's trying to make bread now. Well, we've been doing bread forever, and we do this and we that. You know, like, yeah. Well, I'm just making bread because I don't want to eat Walmart bread anymore. Not trying to parade on anybody's party. Not trying to tell you you can't make homemade bread yourselves, because you can. Not saying I'm the only one that knows how to make bread. I'm just saying, look, I'm making bread for my wife and I. So, where in the world did that rye bread go? It's not under rye. Sourdough breads. There's a chocolate yeast bread in here, but I don't know if I want to make that. Breads. We're not using a bread machine. We're too poor to afford one of those. There's the homemade bread, garlic bread. May have been right up front. Pizza crust. I need to make homemade pizza again one of these days. Sourdough. I like sourdough, but my wife doesn't really like sourdough bread. Here it is. Here's a recipe, Tim, for rye bread. Caraway seed rye bread. Let me see what kind of flour it is. Yeah, cups of rye flour. This recipe takes brown sugar, caraway seeds. That's what I mean. It should be a pretty easy recipe to make, so I'm going to make this the next go around. Caraway seed oil, or canola oil, and cups of rye flour, 2.5 cups. Mixed with all-purpose flour divided. That's next on the menu. And they got a nice honey oatmeal bread we're going to make also. We kind of like those. But that's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are doing great on this Monday night. It is hot in my house. I even got the thermostat turned down. Man. Now I forgot where I was. They got a sunflower seed bread, dill batter bread. Cheese batter bread. How long am I letting that set up? Does somebody remember? We got to let the mix set up for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to stroke it 25 times and dump it in my pan, cover and let set for an additional 20 minutes. Put the rest of the cheese and a little bit of onion. I'm going to put a little bit of this on it, just a small amount. And we bake it at 375 for 25 to 30 minutes. All right, we can do that, right? I think we can all manage that. I think we can do it. Lorelai and I got new drinking cups for our cruise ship. We got them on clearance at Sam's Club the other day. I don't know what happened to the other good one. Tomorrow I'm going to make a little video with my couple of my new kitchen gadgets. When I do Lily's dog food, I'm going to make it with the new kitchen gadgets I have. So, Tim, I hope all is doing good. Everybody else, I hope everybody's doing wonderful. 1 cup. I made 1 cup. I know I did. Oh man, maybe, how hot is it outside? Does anybody know what the temperature outside is? Maybe I should go outside for a few minutes. You guys want to go outside with me for a few minutes? Raisin bread? Yeah, I like raisin bread. Do you like the cinnamon raisin bread? I actually like raisin and cranberry bread. Cranberries, walnuts. That's one of my favorite breads, is where you have cranberries. All right. This will be a pain in the butt. But let's go outside. Because we're not getting anywhere in here except for hot. And we got plenty of time to wait for that bread to rise. I turned off the heater, the stove. I need to clean up my yard. We're gonna, let me turn that off. Oh yeah, I love pot roast. I like pork pot roast. You know, I really do. Oh, this is nice. I feel better now. I like pot roast. I like good beef stew, all of those things. We have a all-in-one, I don't know if you guys have those there in the Philippines, but we have one of those all-in-ones that you can pressure cook, slow cook, make pork chin. There we go. Get my tea. I like it too. I like the, what's the dish in the Philippines? Is it called, is it carne asada or cansada? You know, it's similar to American beef stew. It has the potatoes and carrots and beef in it. It's a little spicy, but I actually like that. You know, I always say it's the Philippine version of American beef stew, is how I kind of see it. It's good. I like it. You okay, Lily? Lily's a good dog. Oh my God, Lily's a good dog. Meat roast meat, yes. I've been hankering for meatloaf, is what I've been wanting. I might have to break down and maybe I'll wait until September. But I want a good meatloaf, so I might have to break down and look around and get a really good recipe for home-style meatloaf and get really good ingredients and make good meatloaf. I'm a big meatloaf and mashed potatoes fan, so I like that. Ooh, the hummingbirds are everywhere tonight. Man, we're doing better on hummingbirds this year than we were last year. A lot of hummingbirds. I'm really happy about that. Galactic Gaming says it's snowing. It's snowing? What are you talking about, young man? Galactic, how are you, buddy? How's the World Poker Championship going? over there in Europe. We got to categorize as the European one. Good to see you, Rob. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I'm making homemade bread and dog food tonight, but I got to let my dough rise. I hope it works. I'm a little skeptical. I think I may have screwed the peach. So, lots of summer here too, yes. Hummingbirds, a lot of summer hummers. I know you like the hummers. Do you like it when they hum, Dennis, or do you prefer them to be quiet and no humming allowed? Which do you prefer when they're busy, humming or no humming? You know, yeah, we have hummingbirds. We just put out a video on one of our local little hummingbirds. I like birds. That's one of the things that bores me about living here. I don't have a good selection of birds. I don't have any squirrels. I don't have any birds. I have very, it's not a very happy place. We all like the hummers, I guess. We like the hummingbirds. Yeah, they're crazy tonight. Lorelei likes the hummingbirds too. She likes to sit. We have a hummingbird where you can see it out both of. We have 2 back doors on our house, which I think is kind of weird, but we have 2 patio doors, right? And she sits on one part of the couch. She can look straight out. I got one hummingbird feeder there. And then the other one is set it to where I sit, I can look out the other door and see. So we get to watch hummingbirds, You can tell you're getting old when you like to watch the birds, right? Isn't that the key? Now, Dennis, Lorelei told me to tell you she's very excited about your offer to take care of her after I'm dead, as long as you can provide many LVs. So just keep that in mind. You better save up your money. You listen to the bird songs and nature? Yeah, I do too. That's part of the reason I like to be by the water so much, because I love the sounds and the soothing reaction. I just love water. I know I was born under a land sign versus a water sign, but man, I dig the water and the birds and the smell of the ocean. Man, that bird almost killed me. That bird almost came down and plucked my eyeballs out. As long as they're not vultures. Yes. Yeah, we have enough of those. There's a lot of vultures everywhere. Some of them don't even fly, right? Or most of them don't fly. But vultures, to be honest, they're ugly birds, but they are very important role in the ecosystem. And they are tough-ass birds. I mean, when you can eat that rotten roadkill, wow. We got to, can I tell you a gossip story? Probably tell you a couple gossip stories lately. So, thinking of vultures, Dennis, you might like this one. Or you may not like it, but you may appreciate it. We know a young man, he's in his 30s, who married a Filipina, the sister of one of the people that we know here really well. We've known him for years. So one of Lorelei's friends, his sister, married a guy in Minnesota, Michigan, or New York. I think it's New York. And they dated for 3 years, back and forth. They finally got her to America. They got married to the K-1 visa. They got married last year. And now they're getting a divorce now. So the girl apparently is leaving her husband from New York and coming to Arkansas to set up her brand new life. Gee, I wonder what that's all about. They're nature's cleanup service, and man, but they are smart birds too. It's kind of like crows. Crows are way smarter than we think they are. Ravens are smarter, but maybe it has something to do with being black in color when you fly. We get a lot of hawks here. We have a bunch of fields around us because our neighborhood was just a big ass field. 5 years ago, it was nothing but a big field. And so we have fields all around us, and we have hawks like crazy here picking up rats and mice and snakes and lizards and toads and fat little wiener dogs named Lily. So, man, my dog. I don't know what to think. Lily, our dog, you know, she's a wiener dog, right? So she has that really big chest. And she's low to the ground. So she has about what, maybe an inch or 2 inches of clearance from her chest, right? But I'm starting to think her belly sags lower than her chest does. I watch her walk and I see her belly wiggle and jiggle, you know, kind of wiggle and jiggle as it goes along. I'm starting to think her belly may be sagging more than her chest is touching the ground. I feel so bad for my dog. My dog Lily is still hunting that mythical mole that visited the yard. 88 degrees? Nice, all right. It's better than 108, right? Ooh, I got dough all over me. It's not that bad right now. We got a light breeze blowing, nothing, you know, major. And it's pretty nice out. I don't know, it's probably in the low 80s now here, mid to low 80s. With a little breeze going, but I'm in the shade, so it's all right. I like it. I had troubles with my truck today. I got to figure out why that was. So much so I had to take my wife to work, which made her happy because, you know, my wife always loves to get a free ride to work. You didn't even use your AC yesterday. Wow. Shirley says, guess who's back? It's me. I am back. Well, welcome back, Shirley. Thank you for coming in. How are you? Everybody say hello and welcome back to Shirley. So my truck acted up today. Wouldn't start. The battery is dead as a doornail. I'm talking about no power whatsoever. So I had to put it on the charger, and it started. And I drove it around and it started again. So I don't know why the battery was drained. I don't know if I accidentally left something on, which I can't find anything. But it's getting old. My truck is 20 years old. It's seen its better days. So I guess I got to expect that. Yeah, I'm looking forward. We're going to get, well, you know, Tim, here, of course, it's August the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, somewhere around in there. So it's first week of August. We got some hot weather coming up. There's our good friend. I am traveling, says Chef. The chef is standing. How are you, my friend? You are traveling, my friend. Where are you traveling to? I mean, you've traveled a lot already this summer. Maybe I should lower this so I could read the chat a tiny bit better. I feel like I'm missing. Maybe that helps. Hello, Chef. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where you been? You were down at the Gulf Coast earlier in the year, right? Earlier this summer, you were down in Alabama. You miss helping choose the outfits and the shirts? All right, well, one of these days, we'll have a contest. I'll do a little video about it. Everybody can vote on which shirts I'm going to wear on my cruise ship. But we got a ways to go. You're up in Ohio now. All right, nice. Says hello to you, Tim. Good to see you. What are you going to do in Ohio? What's there to do in Ohio? Seriously, is there anything to do in Ohio? I've been to Ohio. I didn't think there was anything in Ohio but cornfields. Is that, yeah, Ohio's cornfields, right? Iowa, Ohio, cornfields. I didn't think they had anything in Ohio. Ohio, Ohio. So, it's a work trip for you? Okay, what kind of work trip is it? What are you going to do? What are you doing on your work trip? I don't work anymore, so I don't get to take work trips. We're going to go, Lorelai is going to a party this Saturday, a Filipina party. And then I think towards the end of the month, we're also going to go to a housewarming thing. And we're also going to go to the end of the month Barrio Festival for the Filipino community. So we got a lot of, she has a lot. I'm not going to the party this weekend, but I'll probably attend the housewarming party and I'll probably attend the Barrio Festival. So the only thing to do in Ohio is to say, see ya, Ohio. See ya, Ohio. Yeah, I don't know. I've been through Ohio, but it was always going through Ohio to get somewhere else, you know? But like I said the other day, I'd really like to go to Tennessee. I got a hankering to go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. I tagged along. My husband is senior engineer managing the implements and business. Oh, all right. So that's cool. So that's really good. You know, look, when I taught college, anytime they offered, or anytime they said, hey, we need somebody to go to this or go to that, I would raise my hand and say, I'll go. And there was times that my wife got to travel for free. You know, I had to buy her food, of course, but other than that, you know, traveling on your spouse's business is outstanding, right, Chef? I mean, I think it's great. I like it. I like it. I like it. I love traveling on somebody else's dollar. I really enjoyed it. You know, I mean, heck, I almost got to go to Russia one year, but I've been all over the country with the college. But I almost got to go to Russia one year. I'll tell you a funny story. They had a thing, they had a collective of community colleges that was supposed to meet in Miami. Because we were part of a consortium of colleges. And there was supposed to be this meeting in Miami, but apparently our college screwed up and they never really got around to saying who was going to go. And so they started short notice saying, okay, we need somebody to go to Miami. Kid in the house saying, I'm running late, watching David cooking at the moment. Yes, I'm a cooker. I'm a cooker. I'm not a hooker. I'm not a smoker, but I'm a cooker. But they needed somebody to go to Miami. And I'm like, hey, I'll go. But they waited so long that the hotel rooms where the meeting was going to be within safety area was going to be $500 to $800 a night, and the college wouldn't pay for that. But they offered to set me up in this one hotel, and I could rent a car, but the hotel was going to be about like an hour from the meeting. But but the hotel had a 1-star rating, and it had multiple recommendations that when you stay at this motel, that you bring your own firearm. You know, when you come to this motel, please bring your own firearm. You will need it. So I told him, I said, as much as I like to travel on somebody else's dollar, that's not going to happen. Ken, I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're doing well. It's Pat's birthday today, everybody, when Pat's come in. I sent him a happy birthday earlier in the day on his private messages. So, but yeah, you know, I love to travel, but no, if I got to bring my own gun to feel safe in a hotel, I'm not doing that. Well, Ken says, you know, I overslept from my nap, but I am pushing 80 years old, and that's what old people do. You know, old people take naps. Ouch. We're watching the hummingbirds cooking bread, making dog food for tomorrow. I wish I could take naps. I had to take Lorelai to work today. So I got to go pick her up at midnight, so I won't get any rest. Rest, right, Ken, rest. Yes, old people need their rest, Chef. And Ken is one of the olders, man. He's you know, he's older than Grandpa. Remember you guys, Grandpa on Hee Haw? I saw a rerun of Hee Haw the other day, made me think of that. But I love to travel. Now my legs don't like to travel as much as they used to. Keith is in the house. Good evening, Keith. How are you, my friend? That's right, Keith. Tim says, Ken, make sure you get a nap in so that you have plenty of rest to go to bed on. You know, we like to travel. We were in Branson yesterday, Branson, Missouri, and Went up there and bought some shoes at the Skechers outlet store. So, yeah, that's all we did. But I'd really like to go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee again. I'd like to go to Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. Has anybody ever been to the Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico? I'd really like to go there. And tomorrow I'm making a cooking video, chef. I got some new kitchen gadgets sent to me, and I love them. I'm excited. So when I make my dog food tomorrow, which isn't dog food, it's human food that the dog's gonna eat, I'm gonna be using my new kitchen gadgets, and I'm gonna make a little video on my new kitchen gadgets that a company sent me. So I'm really excited about that because I love kitchen gadgets. I like gadgets, but you know, if you can't send me a new car to test drive and to test out, then kitchen gadgets is second best. You like Gatlinburg, Tennessee too? Yeah, I like it. I think Ken's been there too. Everybody's saying hello to each other. That's great. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. So yeah, I just need to make the videos. You'll have to wait and see and watch the video. It won't be a very long video. They're cool little gadgets. They're manual gadgets. I think they're cool. I'm excited. I've been needing them for a while. As I make my dog, the food for my dog, Lily, you know, I make her homemade food. I've been using my dough cutter, and this is going to replace the dough cutter. So I'm really excited about not having to use my dough cutter to chop up chicken with. So there you go. But yeah, I don't know if we'll get a chance. You know, we just don't have a lot of money, and Lorelai is working, and we're already going on a cruise in October. And then we got our Branson meetup October the 3rd. So, and Chef, you're welcome to bring your husband and come to Branson, Missouri on October the 3rd. Everybody's welcome. And I don't know if we'll get to do any other trips. So sadly, David is making something with low salt, but the chat is not at that point, and so I'm not smart enough to scroll the chat back to that point. I am. I don't like salt. I'm not heavy on salt. And part of the reason, also Ken and everybody else knows, look, if you saw this recipe of the bread I'm making, we're using chicken stock, which is salty by nature. So I cut way back on the table salt because it's already going to have sodium in the chicken stock. That was the trade-off there, because Lorelai and I are just not big into heavy salted foods, which is really funny, seeing that my wife can take a bottle of soy sauce and drink it like Kool-Aid, right? You know? No, she can't do that, but she, so that's what the salt is. We're not used to eating a lot of salt. And I don't know if salt is really bad for you or good for you. I don't really know. Yesterday they said it's bad for your heart. Today they say it's good for your heart. Yesterday they say you got to eat Mr. Dash. Now they say Mrs. Dash will kill you. You know, who knows? So I go back to that logic. As long as it's real, not artificial, maybe using it in moderation's okay. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. I think doctors lied to us to sell their own services, you know. Yeah, we're making a cheddar bread, a chicken stock cheddar bread tonight, along with Lily's bread, dog food. That's all we're making. I got to cook some shrimp. Lorelai bought some shrimp over the weekend. She needs to cook that shrimp. I'll have to cook. I don't like to cook shrimp. You know why I don't like to cook shrimp? Because I'm lazy. Does anybody like to cook shrimp? Now, if she would peel it and clean it, I'd be happy to cook it. But I don't like to peel shrimp and clean it and then cook it. I think it's too much work. I'd rather go to the store and buy it already cleaned and peeled and then cook it. So, oh man. But yeah, we were in Branson over the weekend and, over the weekend, we did. But I'm thinking I might sell my truck. I might sell my pickup truck and buy another one next year, is what I'm starting to think. I got kind of a dilemma because my wife really likes her Subaru. She really likes her Subaru. I've been trying to convince my wife maybe we should get rid of her Subaru and buy another nicer luxury SUV, right? But she really doesn't want to do that because she likes her Subaru. Well, and I don't want to own 3 cars. I don't want to own her car, my old beat up fishing truck, and an SUV, luxury SUV. I don't want to own 3 cars. So that's where I'm thinking, well, maybe I should get rid of my truck and buy a nicer truck for traveling and driving in. You know, so I'm thinking about that. Pat's in the house. Hello, Brother David. Good to see you, everybody. Everybody say hello and happy birthday to Patrick. Patrick is 21 years of age. He just looks 52. So, how old are you now? Did you finally turn 50, Patrick? Everybody say hello to Patrick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I'm making homemade bread again, Patrick. See it? And see how hard I'm working outside? I am making that homemade bread right now, slaving away. Happy birthday and hello. Hello. You're going to be a part of the old group now, Patrick. You're getting to that age where you're going to fit into the old people. You're no longer going to be considered a youngster. You're going to be, you know, promoted, demoted, reloaded into the old group. Tim says, happy birthday to you, Patrick. You're 51 now. Woo-wee! Shit, you're almost 60 now. When you turn 51, you're downhill to 60 before you know it. You know, congratulations. I hope you had a good birthday. I hope a lot of the cute Filipinos that you're talking to said happy birthday to you. So, I got a bird eyeballing me. I got a bird eyeballing me. So, I've been thinking about getting rid of my truck and buying another truck. It'll probably be the last truck I ever own because I don't drive very much. I mean, you know, it's not like I have a job that I got to go to work every day. So thank you, Tim. So here's what I've been thinking. I don't know, and let me get your input on this. I've been looking at a Ford Maverick Lariat. You know, the small trucks now. I've been thinking about maybe buying one of those next year. So a Lariat version, the nice version. Tim says you'll probably get the AARP advertisements now. Yes, he will. He's in his 50s now. I get them. Did you guys know this? I don't know if you know this. Let me tell you something about AARP. Did you guys know, or at least it's been said, and they claim it was this way, that AARP was started because of the inspiration of a teacher, a high school teacher, public school teacher, who when she was in her 50s and retired from teaching, and whenever she retired from teaching, she wound up being homeless and broke because she couldn't afford to survive on her teaching salary. Now, what her financial background was, how much she screwed the pooch, but apparently how it all came along, supposedly, was these ladies that started this organization, either she was a part of it or they found her living in a shed in somebody's backyard, and she was a retired school teacher. That was the catalyst for AARP all those years ago. He may be getting it already because Pat looks a lot older than he is, you know. And all you got to do is even Google anything and Lorelai and I got brand new containers, travel containers, at Sam's on clearance. We got a white one to match her traveling luggage, and we got a black one to match my traveling luggage. There you go. I don't know if I get stuff anymore, but I throw a lot of mail away. I don't pay a lot of attention to mail. I have a shredder, and I just shred stuff like nobody's business. So, you know. Pat is having a birthday. Happy birthday to Pat, So yeah, I don't know, man. But I'd like to travel some more. You know, my wife was telling me yesterday, she's like, you know, you need to be working on your stamina. And I'm like, well, you don't understand. It's not that I don't have stamina, which I don't have, but the problem is the legs hurt so bad that I can't get stamina. If I had a perfect heart and perfect lungs, my legs wouldn't allow me to do the things I want to do. Fun fact, the Diners credit card is out of business. Yeah, it is. The first credit card, was the first one called the Diners Club? I remember Diners Club was bought out by Discover at one point in time, right? Wasn't it absorbed by Discover Card? And you know, Discover Card's out of business now. Did you guys know this? Discover Card was bought by, because I have a Discover Card. I've been using it for thousands of years. Citibank. Citibank or Citizens Bank, one of the two. I think it's Citibank. CITI, Citibank. Now they bought out Discover Card. And so you won't have Discover Card anymore. You have to log in through Citibank app and do all of that stuff. So Discover Card I've had probably for 35, 40 years. And now it's gone away. I still have it, but apparently they will be sending me a new card down the road. So Discovery has gone away. Discover Card's gone away. I don't know why, but they bought it. They bought us. But I remember back in the 50s when Diners Club was out there. We have a Landers card, not a Landers. We have a restaurant club card that we use once in a while that we get discounts on. Yeah, we don't keep a balance. We don't carry a balance. We're not those type of people. We've been blessed enough. Let me say this. In the last 10 years or so, we haven't had to carry a credit card balance at all. So we try really hard to take advantage of the cash backs, the 0% interest. It's kind of like the mobility scooter that I bought recently for $3,000, right? So I buy it at 0% interest for 18 months. I get a big discount, and then I get 3% back on top of that. So I get it for a whole lot less than $3,000 bucks, and I get 18 months to pay it off. So, and then I get points and things, and Discover Card is the same way. My Discover Card always got cash back, and so I used it for a lot of things. But now I'm switching over to an American Express card because I'm not a big fan of CITA. So I'm going to be phasing out. There's a few things that are like my medical, my drugs, and some of my medical bills all go to my Discover Card, my monthly stuff. So I'm going to be having to switch those out of there and put them on American Express or something because I don't think I wanted to do CITA anymore. But I think if you can live without a credit card, you're doing great, man. But as we all know, if you're going to travel, I told somebody asked the other day, right? About getting stuck in a foreign country. Well, the worst that can happen to you, when I was talking about worrying and what are the things that worst that could happen to you if you were dating a girl from another country, well, they could get stuck in a foreign country, right? Well, but the key is to have emergency backup funds. And I'll tell you, even on this cruise ship, when we go in October, I will have a credit card or two, but I'll have one that I know will allow me to charge anywhere in the world. And so if we have to do something weird, Lorelai gets arrested for being mean to me in the Cayman Islands, I can bail her out of jail, So I think it's good to have one handy, especially if you don't use it. But it can be a great, powerful resource to you. What? You're such of a fat dog. Oh, I know. What? But over the years, we've gotten a whole lot of cash backs. A lot of free money by using it and just not ever carrying the debt. And I like to do that. We do that frequently. We do that. But now that my Discover Card is no longer going to be, I don't know. But if you're going to travel, you got to have a great way out of the country, man. You got to have a way to get to where you're going to be getting. You got to have a way to get where you're going to be getting. You know, unless you want to carry a lot of cash. There goes the hummingbirds back behind me. And I don't like that. Well, and that's a great question. How much money should you carry on a cruise ship? We'll probably take a couple $100 in cash, and that's it. And that's for anything we do off of the cruise ship, just as an emergency. Because everything is charged to your cruise ship. Tim says, I don't even know how to use my debit card anymore. I do not need to enter a code at the retailer. That's good. That's good. You know, what's weird is it just depends. I had to go today. What's weird is sometimes you don't have to enter a code or a PIN number on your debit card. So maybe you go somewhere and you charge up to like $20 and they don't ask for a PIN code. Today I went over to the Dollar General to get some distilled water. It was like $4 worth of water. I had to enter a PIN code in for $4 at the dollar store. But then I thought, you know, I think I'm okay with that because I don't trust Dollar General or the dollar store. So if I got to enter my PIN code in at the Dollar General store, I think I'm okay with that because I don't trust them. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Some people like, oh, I forgot that candy bar. Some people like it with the nuts and some people like it without the nuts. Is that what it is? Or coconut? Is it nuts or coconuts? If I had to buy a plane ticket for emergency purposes, yes. Yeah, we always have backups. But one thing I can say is, and you guys all know we're a big fan of Charles Schwab. They're international. I've never had a problem with them. I can take $1,000 in cash out every day, anywhere in the world. You can do it. If I lose my card and I'm in Italy, they will drop ship me a card to Italy. So Charles Schwab, I mean, if you can use their ATM, an ATM anywhere in the world for free, whatever that ATM charges you, they give it back to you at the end of the month. So if I'm in Italy and I take out $1,000 and I got to pay $20 to that stupid Italy bank, Charles Schwab is going to give me back the $20. Mounds and almonds, joy candy. Is that what it was? Sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't. Is that the commercial? Sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't. I like almond joy. Which do you like? Do you guys want the almond or without the almond? That's the question. You okay, Lily? Yeah? You want to smell? Oh, man. But what do I know? Oh, one thing I have learned is I can no longer eat Reese's Pieces. Sorry, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. So here's my thing. Everybody needs to boycott Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. My favorite candy in the world. You know, they changed the formula about 2 years ago. And the weird thing was, I didn't know it at the time, but I bought it and I told Laurel, I said, there's something wrong with this candy. Maybe it's old or something. It's wrong. And then we bought some again, and I'm like, there's something wrong with this candy. It's not right. So we quit buying it. Then it turned out that they no longer use chocolate or real peanut butter in their candy. There's no real food. I mean, it's all oil-based food coloring, food flavored crap. Without the nuts, I like nuts. I like nuts. I'm a nut guy. I'm a nutty guy. I like nuts. I like nuts and everything. Breads, you know, candy bars, on my sandwich. But don't eat Reese's Peanut Butter Cups no more. I want everybody to boycott because they changed their sticking formula and they don't use any real peanut butter anymore and they don't use any real chocolate. It's fake. It's fake because it saved them money. They saving money by giving us vegetated oil flavored peanut butter, whatever the hell that is. That's sad. We can't even trust the candy that we eat anymore. That's really sad. I mean, I don't know what the world's coming to when you can't even trust your favorite piece of candy to be good candy anymore. I'm disappointed in the world. That's when you know the world is going to hell in a handbasket, when you go to get your candy and you realize it's no longer candy anymore. Crazy. Huh, Lily? My dog Lily will eat it though. My dentures don't like to chew nuts. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. Popcorn would probably, I like popcorn, but popcorn would probably be really hard, huh? The best popcorn that's out there is a brand called Skinny Pop Popcorn. We eat that. It's really good. Basically, I can only chew liquid, liquid Jello. Well, not a whole lot of chewing going on in this town, huh? Pat's getting to that age where all he's going to be able to do is gum his food too. So, Pat's getting up there in the age. That's where you just make your food where you can swallow it, you know. My dog has teeth. It doesn't chew. It seems to just swallow the food as a whole. Do you like Jello? Does anybody actually like Jello? Gelatin? Does anybody like Jello? I don't like Jello. Never liked Jello. We had to eat it as a kid because we were poor, and I guess it was really cheap to make. And sometimes they would put a can of that fruit cocktail in it. But I never liked Jello gelatin. Never liked it. Never liked it. And then when they would screw up the mixture and it'd get that real thick skin or skimmy stuff on top of it or something, you know what I mean? That layer of weirdness. Ugh. I don't even try to eat steak. I don't eat steak either, Tim. That was a fly. I lost my appetite for steak maybe, I don't know, a good 10 years ago. I think I don't mind having one bite of it because it has great flavor. But when I eat steak, and I know this is kind of funny but real, when I eat steak, I feel like I've just ate a chunk of meat that is sticking in my stomach. And I can feel this piece of meat rotting in my stomach, which I know that's exactly what it's doing, right? I know that's what it's doing. It's digesting in my stomach. But to me, it feels like a chunk of meat just sitting there rotting in my stomach. The skin is from the milk in the pudding. No, Jello has it too. It's like if you don't dissolve it correctly, if you don't get the boiling water just right and get all of the granules dissolved, comes this weird little texture on top of the Jello too. But yeah, pudding. I like the pudding. I like pudding. My favorite is banana pudding. Banana pudding, and I'm talking about the one with the vanilla wafers in the bowl and the bananas, the banana pudding, the real banana pudding. We had a lady that, man, I tell you, she was a mean lady. I mean, she was a mean old lady. Well, she wasn't old. But we had a lady that we worked with that. She was at the Department of Labor, Arkansas Department of Labor. And she was mean. And she was mean to everybody. Everybody. She was just a bitch. But I was down in Little Rock at some event or something, and she hated me. Hated me. I could tell she hated me. She hated everybody. But she made some homemade banana pudding with vanilla wafers and bananas and the pudding. And it was really good. I mean, it was really good homemade pudding. Not as good as my grandmother made, of course, but it was really good. And I told her, I made a big deal. This is how I got her to like me. I made a big deal in front of everybody. Holy crap. This is the greatest banana. Oh my God. Is this oh my God. How in the, wow. I made a big deal of it. And so every time I saw her, or when they would come from Little Rock to Northwest Arkansas to see us, she would always bring me a little dish of her homemade banana pudding. You know, and from therefore out, she was my bestie. She was my bestie. She hated everybody else, but she liked me. I've had pudding recently. I haven't had Jello. Ken says, I'm off to do my live stream. Top of the hour, we'll finish watching later. Have a great night. Thank you. We will indeed have a great night. We're going to make bread. Woohoo! We're going to fill the house full of bread. My house is going to smell better than your house. Homemade bread. It's going to smell good. The waffles smelled really good too. I put Greek yogurt in Lorelei's waffle mix this morning, and they smell really, really good. So have fun, Tim says. So, but from that point out, that lady was my bestie. You know, well, I'd call Little Rock and need something done. All the other ladies are super nice to me, but had no problems with them. But if I ever got her and she found out it was me on the, oh, Mr. David, I'll get to you right now. What is it that you need? Let me, you know. There you go. Nothing wrong with a little sucking up and to get what you need. Butter pudding was really good. I mean, it was really pretty damn good, banana pudding. That's the banana pudding I like. Does anybody else like that? I like it. I like it. You know, man, the hummingbirds are crazy tonight. Oh, that one's red. A lot of them are green that's out tonight, but that one's reddish. We got a purple hummingbird that comes around too, but that one's red. So that's how you win friends and influence people, man. You find something that they're proud of, and you brag about them. You know, brag about them. They do something good, you highlight it and go, "Oh my God, did you see how well David cut his yard? He's a damn yard rock star." It just doesn't work with me because I don't care. But for most people, it works really well. But I like that type of. There is a. I had chocolate pudding like that, believe it or not. Somebody made a dish of chocolate pudding and vanilla wafers, kind of like an Oreo thing, you know, like, you know, black and white thing, vanilla and chocolate thing, like a two-tone cake, but out of pudding, and it was really good. It was really, really good too. Hummingbirds are going crazy tonight. PAC, you have a bearded wonder for the ladies. There you go. I try. I try. You got to make the ladies swoon. Woo! You know? Look, you just got to know, Tim, where to suck up to who, right? You know, it's like the ladies at the college who did my travel stuff. You know, they were my besties. People that I needed help from, man, I took good care of them. It's one hand washes the other type of thing, right? You got to make them feel good, support them, and tell them that they're lifesavers. You know, it's shocking what a few kind words can do, you know, to move your own agenda forward. So, you know, that's why I think it's funny in society today how many angry people there are. What I think is funny is there's so many angry people, and they think being pissed off and angry is going to get them somewhere versus being calm, cool, collected, and polite. Even though you're pissed off, you're disappointed, you're not getting what you need, if you can turn that energy around and build them up, Buttercup, by God, you're going to get that damn Buttercup, and it's going to be a good Buttercup at that. You know what I mean? Versus trying to bully them or hate them into it or to force them into it because, by golly, I said so, you know. Man. Yeah, that hummingbird has red on it. We got a purple one that comes around a lot and a lot of green ones. I try, Tim. I try my best. Me and my dog Lily, we try our best, don't we, Lily? We try our best. That's crazy. Oh man. So what all do you eat in the Philippines then, Tim? I guess you, I know you don't eat a lot of rice in the Philippines. Man, I need some good lumpia. I need somebody to make good lumpia. I need to clean out my backyard. I got a lot of work to do. I need to go and take a bunch of stuff to the dump. You know, I got a lot of work to do. Man, it's a nice night out tonight. All of you outstanding, wonderful people in the background. My yard's looking good finally. I've been working hard on getting my grass. I know this is trivial, but for me it's not. I've been working hard on getting my grass to grow all the way up to the fence lines and all the way up to the patio lines. I like a good, I don't like dirt. I don't like seeing dirt. And my lawn mowing people had a real issue with edging the yard at an angle, and they would just score the shit out of the grass and make it all dirt path. And I told them last year to quit. I said, look, I'm trying to get grass to grow there. I know it's easy for you if you butcher my yard and make a big old dirt spot, but it's not good for me. So this year, I've been watering those spots that don't get much water, that are bare, and they're really taking off. It's starting to look good. I'm very happy. I'm happy with my grass. My grass is looking good. And now it's been raining about once a week. So that's good. It means I only got to mow the grass every other week. That saves me money. And they're going to be coming tomorrow, Wednesday, to mow the grass on Wednesday. So it needs it. But if I don't got to pay them $60 to mow every week, I'm really happy about that. At $60, I can use for something else. My poor dog. I feel so bad for my dog. Her little belly dragging the ground. Wiggles and wobbles. We hope everybody's doing great tonight, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Pat had a birthday today, had a birthday. Mike's in the house saying, hello, my friends, good to see you. Michael, how are you? What's going on in your world, buddy? I eat Sloppy Joe canned tuna. I like the canned tuna. Hot dogs, I hate the hot dogs. Chicken nuggets, peanut butter, and jelly, and Subway. Nice. Pat says, I am back. Pat says, I am back. Michael, what's going on in your world? How's things in the Philippines? I know you're in America, but how are things in the Philippines in your side of the portion of the world? Are you doing anything fun in Illinois these days? Patrick, how are you celebrating your birthday, by the way? Today's Patrick's birthday, if you guys didn't know. What did you do to celebrate your birthday? Did you get all of the cute girls lined up, banging on your door saying, hey, honey, I'm here. Can you come out and play with us? Good to see you, Michael. Michael, it's good to see you, the birthday boy says. Did you have anything special? Did you go out to dinner anywhere? Did you stay at home? What did you do? You ordered from Burger King. You guys can tell that we're getting old when our birthday dinner consists of Burger King. Woohoo! We had Burger King, you know, or we didn't do anything. I'm happy to do nothing on my birthday. My wife gets all excited about hers. You know how Filipinas are. And mine comes around and I'm like, I could care less. I could care less. I just thank you, Tim. Yes! Welcome back in. Did you make yourself a birthday cake or anything? I'm making homemade bread, Patrick. I'm going to make some homemade breads this winter also. I'm going to make some desserty type breads this winter. Next week, I think I'm going to make rye bread. I think I'm going to try to make rye bread next week. I've been thinking about buying another truck. Does anybody know anything about trucks? Does anybody have an opinion about a Ford Maverick? Does anybody know those pickup trucks? I actually video called Pat and said, happy birthday today. Nice. I just sent him a message on Facebook. I'm too poor to video call anybody, Michael. You must be rich. I had to just send him a message. You're having a pineapple cake tomorrow? You mean like a pineapple upside down cake? A pineapple looking cake? A pineapple taking cake? What kind of pineapple cake? And you know what an upside down pineapple means on a cruise ship, don't you? I just celebrated my birthday on Thanksgiving. Yeah, just Thanksgiving. Mine's the same area as yours, Tim. So I'm above and beyond excelente. You are. You're an outstanding member of society, young Michael. We should all strive to be like you, young Michael. Upside down pineapple cake. Woo! Upside down pineapple. You know, cruise lines have banned upside down pineapples, right? So are you sending us a message, Patrick? Is that what you're doing? You know, does anybody know what an upside down pineapple means? So I want to know if Patrick is sending us that message. I like upside down pineapple cake too. But have you tried upside down peach cake? Do the exact same thing but use peaches. Oh my God. The exact same way. Exact same thing to do. Just use peaches instead of pineapples. Oh my God. You will love it. Gonna have some homemade ice cream or store-bought ice cream? Now I expect you to make it homemade with a butter turn that your grandparents had. I want you to get out there and make yourself some homemade. We used to make homemade ice cream as kids. My grandparents thought it was fun to make homemade ice cream, so we'd all have to come out there and eat a homemade ice cream. I have heard about the upside down pineapple on cruise ships. Yes. So much so that they banned them. They've said no more. You're going to have some store-bought ice cream? All right. We bought a cake from Sam's. I tell you what, Patrick, we got about a half a cake left from Sam's over the weekend. I'm going to eat a piece of that today in honor of your birthday. I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to you. It'll be in honor of your birthday. I'll share a piece of my cake with you. It's like an Italian strawberry caramel cake from Sam's Club. It's really good. I mean, really good. Really good. I'm going to cut a piece of it tonight when I go to lay down. Oh, I got to pick Lorelai up at midnight. Crap. But I'll eat it and I'll send you a picture of it. How's that? Maybe I'll find a birthday candle. Maybe we got a candle around the house we can put on it. So, it's a good cake. It really is. Sam's has good bakery products. One thing we've learned over the last couple of years is we don't really like taking like the ready-to-eat stuff from Sam's. The sushi's okay, but let's say like the ready-to-eat, I don't know, pasta dishes, the Mexican dishes that they make or get in, they have a lot, we think they have a lot of preservatives in them. It makes us sick. So we've tried almost all of their stuff and all of them kind of give us the same, you know, so we don't eat those anymore. But their bakery products are pretty good. But now that I'm a professional bread baker, we won't be buying bread anymore. I'm your host with the mostest of the breads. I don't put candles on my cake unless the fire department is ready at the house, ready to go. There you go. I know, man. I don't even know how old I am. If I need to know how old I am, I just ask Lorelai. Lorelai will do the math and tell me. So, but happy birthday, Patrick. It's good to have a birthday once a year. You know, it's good to have a birthday once a year. It just is. We got a lot going on this month. We got some parties to go to already and a Barrio Festival. Well, it needs to rise about a good 30 minutes. And then I'm going to punch it. It can last longer. And then I got to punch it and flip it. And then I got to, and maybe I'll go in and do that. Let's go inside. And then I got to let it do it again. So, all right, old people. Let's get up and go back in the house. Man, it's a bitch getting old. Let's go check my dough. I feel like I'm older than Pat. Listen. All right. Let me get you guys. Sounds like you when you get up. I know, man. It's pretty sad, isn't it? All right. It rose. It's not very pretty looking. That's my deal. It smells for a minute. All right. Let's see what I'm supposed to do now, boys and girls. So now we're supposed to now we got to stir it down 25 times, it says. I sound like, yeah, we're getting all old. So now they want us to stir it down 25, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know how you stir anything down. I don't know if I think this is going to work or not, boys and girls. That's like 12 times. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Let's grease our pan. Now what it says to do, you want to see what it looks like now? Yeah. I was shocked that I was able to do it, Tim, let me tell you. Oh, wait a minute. Does this only make one loaf of bread? I thought this made 2 loaves of bread. No, it makes 1 loaf. All right. All right. Shape it into a loaf. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because we got to put this in here like so. We need I'm gonna let it rise again. I'm gonna turn the oven on. It bakes at 375. Put this away. All right. And I'm gonna here. All right. I got Pat's birthday cake out, everybody. All right. You guys want to try Pat's birthday cake? You guys want to see Pat's birthday cake? Here's your birthday cake, Pat. We already ate half of it. You guys see that? Even has a cute little piece of chocolate on top. And I think in your honor, we're going to have some of your cake. Let's have some of Pat's birthday cake so you guys can see it. No, you don't get any cake. Woo! My phone is crooked. I guess I can live with it. You guys ready? Michael likes it. He says, that looks yummy. He says, you must be the best cake baker in the whole entire world. I am. I gotta admit, I am. I'm just here for the ice cream. We did buy some ice cream, but Lorelai likes the Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars. I personally like the big boy real ice cream sandwiches. I like the ice cream, the real ice cream sandwiches. So we got caramel, whipped topping, nuts, white cake with a strawberry filling inside. Mmm. Are you guys jealous yet? Oh, you want to hear a funny thing? We were in Branson on Sunday, yesterday. And I told Laurel, I said, oh, you know, one thing I need to do is go by Walmart and pick up a couple things I needed for the house, just a few little things. So we stopped into the Branson, Missouri Walmart, which was like walking into a third world country. It was strange. But I told Laurel, I said, I'm shocked. They have more alcohol in the Branson, Missouri Walmart than I've seen in most liquor stores. They have all kinds of specialty boozes and alcohols and liquors and beer. I mean, they have more, it should be like a Walmart alcohol store. Fudgsicles are good. I like the ice cream sandwiches. The ones I get are the big boys, and it's real ice cream. But I was shocked to see how this little bitty Walmart in Branson, Missouri, I guess their number one seller is alcohol. And I'm talking about, I saw a couple of bottles of whiskey that were $100, $180. You know, they had whiskey and rums, and I mean, they had everything. It was surreal how much alcohol this little Walmart had in Branson, Missouri. But as we know, Walmart's not stupid. They only stock what they can sell, so people must drink a lot when they go to Branson, Missouri. Thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way. We appreciate that. Patrick, your birthday cake is really, really good, by the way. Just, you know, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to point out how good it is and you don't get to eat any of it. I'm just, you know, referencing the fact that it's really good. See? Nice. See, Patrick? If you would have shipped me a good homemade meatloaf, I would have sent you a cake. I would have shared my cake with you, Patrick. But knowing that you didn't do that, well, you don't get any cake. Isn't there a Pink Floyd song that talks about, no, that's pudding. Pink Floyd song talks about you don't get your pudding until you, what is that? You don't eat your pudding before, what does that say? You guys have to know this. What's the Pink Floyd song, the lyric? Something about your pudding before bedtime? If this was a homemade cake, I'd be proud. Yeah, we have a liquor store in Fayetteville, Arkansas that's like in the top 25 of the country for its wines. And I get that, but this is a podunk, nasty ass looking Walmart. Looks like it's from a third world country. But man, they're selling liquor like nobody's business. Oh, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. All right. So Patrick, if you don't have your dinner, you don't get any pudding. You don't get any cake. And I know this is really pathetic, how we eat cake at this house. But we don't see any reason to slice it up and put it on saucers. It's just Lorelai and I. We just eat what we want off the cake and put it back and leave it in the container and throw it back in the refrigerator. If we had visitors over, we'd be nice and cut it nice and serve it nice. But if it's just Lorelai and I, we just eat it however we want to eat it. All right. Look, I just thought of something. And maybe I'm just way behind. But what do we think that lyric from Pink Floyd means? If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. It's kind of like the Molly, wasn't it Molly Crude song about pearl necklaces? You know, that really wasn't about pearl necklaces, was it? Wow, that's nice. My boy brought the whole entire thing. At 45, I need to retire, Rich. Red Bull Princess in the house. Good to see you, young lady. Would you like some cake? We're having birthday cake. We're having Pat's birthday cake today. How are you? Thank you for being here. Do you want some birthday cake? We're having it right here, right now. I made it. It's homemade. I made it. Look at it. It's beautiful. Yes, I did. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. I wonder what that lyric means. All right, I'm about full now. Give my dog a little bit of chicken. You like it? It's gonna be good chicken? All right, it's gonna be your dinner for the next week or two. Woo! That bread's getting big. I'm making homemade bread. I need to put that away. Oh my goodness, haha, yes. Yeah, but the question is that, you know, what do you think Pink Floyd meant by that? As an old man now, maybe I'm just a dirty-minded old man, I see that whole entire lyric in a totally different perspective. You know, I knew back as a kid what pearl necklace meant, but, you know, I just dawned on me that maybe what, if you don't eat your meat, you ain't gonna get no pudding means. I don't know. Michael's the musical genius in the house. What does Michael think of that? I'm just the handsome genius in the house. Tim is just the wise genius in the house. Patrick is the birthday genius. So, oh, man. My bread's starting to grow. It's looking good. Party in the US of A. Oh man, I get so tired easily. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe buying a new Ford Maverick. I got to think about it a whole lot more before I do it, but I don't know if anybody has any opinions about those. Something reliable to drive, that's small. We don't use a pickup truck for a pickup truck a whole lot, just a little light stuff. Fishing gear, you know, stuff like that. I got to check them out to see how comfortable they're going to be to travel in, if we got enough room to travel in them, stuff like that. Because that's what we do. Only thing we care about is traveling. I'm a traveling man. I'm going to put my bread in the oven in about 7 minutes. 7 minutes away from having fresh bread, bacon in the house, making the house smell good. Should I open up the window? Oh, I should turn on my exhaust fan and send all the good smell to the neighbors and make them jealous. I told you guys we had a Filipina get jealous of our homemade bread the last week, didn't I? Kind of crazy, right? I posted a couple pictures of that bread I made with you guys here in the live stream. And Laura like, oh, we got people pointing out about how they've been making homemade bread forever and how they sell it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, okay. I just make homemade bread because we're going to eat it. You know, didn't mean to ruffle anybody's feather or piss on their post oats or, you know, offend them by, oh my God, there's somebody else that can make bread besides you in the whole entire world, you know. Didn't mean to do that. It's just kind of weird, the drama we get into sometimes, you know. Are they still fresh? I mean, it's just weird. Why would you be offended that somebody else made homemade bread, or be, maybe not offended is the right word. Why would you feel like somebody's challenging you? I didn't know they made homemade bread. You know, why would you think, I don't understand it. Why would you be, oh my God, you're making homemade bread? Well, we've been doing it forever, and you're only doing it because we make homemade bread. I'm like, I didn't know who the hell you people are. So it's just kind of shocking to me, right? I don't know if I'm going to put this on my bread or not. I might have to puree that before I do that. But I don't know. What do I know? You know, I'm just a handsome young man who apparently intimidates women who make bread. Which maybe my bread looks better than their bread. I don't know. Just kind of crazy. We do have people that like to talk shit about us in our own community, though. I know that much. I know a lot of people like to talk shit about us, about Lorelai and I get that. I understand the jealousy. They think we're rich, you know. They think we're social media something. They think this, they think that. You know, how the gossip train is with the Filipino community, and, you know, it's just funny. But I know that because I hear the stories. So we got a lot of people in our community that doesn't appreciate us, which I'm okay with. I feel bad for my wife sometimes, though, because she's more of a sociable animal than I am. And me, I could care less. Wow, we're going to be baking this at 25 to 30 minutes at 375. I think I'm going to put butter on the top. It wants us to put the cheese on top too. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll show you what our bread looks like. Looks a little bit rustic, but let's see what we can do to make it work good. We'll add some extra butter. And this is real butter, not the fake stuff. And they said they wanted us to add a few more sprinkles of cheese on the very top. Probably to give it a little bit of a cheese crustiness. All right. What did I say? All right. Let's put that there. Maybe we'll sit over here in the more comfortable chair. We found a new restaurant the other day. A new restaurant opened up right down from our house. It's called the Rice House. Pat likes the bread. Well, Pat, here's the rule. Since it's your birthday, if the bread comes out bad, it's your fault. But check this out. So we got a new Rice House restaurant, Asian house. I think they're kind of leaning towards the Thai world, but it also looks like Japanese food. I don't know. Maybe it's just a mix of everything. Maybe Chinese food, Japanese. I don't know. Maybe it's a mix of everything. But see what you guys think. Because we ordered food from the other day and it was pretty decent. But you can get 2 spring rolls for $4. You can get 2 egg rolls for $4. 1 order of crab ragoon for $7.25. An order of 8, not 6. That's a good deal. We know this because we eat a lot at other restaurants. 8 crab ragoon for $7.25. Usually it's 6 for $8. You can get the chicken on a stick for $8.25. You can get a Chinese donut, 8 of those for $7.25. Fried steamed dumplings, 8 of them, pot sticker, $7.50. Soup dumpling, $15.95. Green beans, $5.25. Fried chicken wings, $11.95 for 6 chicken wings. So almost $2 per chicken wing. They have egg drop soup for $3.25. Hot and sour soup for $3.25. Wonton soup for $3.25. You can have fried rice, $10.75. Lo mein, $10.75. Mein fung or rice noodles, $12. Most people better not be aggravating my damn dog again. I got these asswipe people that walk their dog and they think it's funny to stop outside my fence and have their dog bark at my dog and have the 2 dogs go at each other on the fence. One of these days I'm going to catch them and go out there and stomp a mud hole in their ass. Lily, enough. Come on. Used to sell chicken wings for 10 cents a chicken. Well, they're $2 each now, buddy. You can get sweet and sour chicken for $14.25. Moo Goo Gai Pan, $13. Chicken with broccoli, $13. Kung Pao chicken, $13. Cashew chicken. Oh, I like cashew chicken very well. $12.95 or $13. Yunnan chicken, $13. Lo mein chicken, $13. Apparently all the chicken is $13. garlic chicken, Szechuan chicken, bourbon chicken, coconut. Oh, coconut is 15. Pineapple is 15. And Sha Chang chicken is 13. Beef with broccoli is going to run you $14.25, along with pepper steak, humane beef, Szechuan beef, beef with mixed vegetables, and say cha beef. Your seafood category, seafood with, or shrimp with broccoli is $15. Shrimp with lobster sauce, $15. Everything's $15. Kung Pao shrimp, Yunnan shrimp, Szechuan shrimp, shrimp with mixed vegetables, honey walnut shrimp. Hot crispy fish is $18. Pork, $14.95 for moo shu pork. Yunnan pork, $13. Pork with garlic, $13. Oh, you got some diet stuff. What else they got here? You can get a side of plain fried rice for $4. You can get a bowl of steamed rice for $2.50. Plain lo mein, I think that's just noodles, for $4. We do have some chef specials, boys and girls. I guess I will just eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches instead of paying those prices. Yeah, it's pretty pricey. General Tao's chicken, 15. Sesame chicken, 15. Orange chicken, 15. Springfield style cashew chicken, that's my favorite actually. I like that one, $13. Happy Family, $17.50. Triple Delight, $16.50. Dragon and Phoenix, never heard of that one. 2 dishes in one, General Tao's chicken and one side of shrimp with mixed vegetables on the other. All right. Seafood Delight is $17.50. Mongolian beef is $14. Szechuan spicy chicken is $15. I'll say their food was okay. It wasn't, I mean, those are pretty normal prices around here, everybody. That's pretty much what you'll pay anywhere. But I'll say, I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just normal. Would we eat there again? Yeah, because it's close to the house and it's a clean-looking restaurant. So, yeah, we'd eat there again just because of that, not because we went, oh, my God, the food is so great. It's literally 7 minutes from our house or less. We did get a fortune cookie, but Lorelai didn't open her fortune cookie the other day. You guys, this is the fortune cookie for Pat since it's his birthday. Pat, here's your fortune. Huh. Look, have you ever seen this? Big John says hello. You guys ever seen this? Let me show you. This is the back side of the fortune cookie. You see that? It has one of those QR codes that you can buy a Sharpie pen because they want you to write your goal on the back of the fortune cookie. But if you don't have a pen, they give you a code to go get a pen at. John, good to see ya. I don't care to play those prices. I know. Patrick, it's his birthday, so here is your fortune. I hope it's really a fortune, not a ripoff. Well, that's not a fortune. Does this even say fortune cookie, or does it say some other bullshit? Like, not fortune, just wise words. Words to the wise. Because this isn't a fortune cookie. This isn't a fortune. All right, I'll read it to you. For Pat's birthday, even busy days can hold quiet moments. Well, no shit. You know, when we go to bed, it's quiet. Hello? You don't need freaking Confucius, whatever the hell that was. What would you call that? Confucius? To tell us that. It's a list of lottery numbers. It is. The lottery numbers on the bottom here, I'll show you. You guys see them? Probably can't make them out. But right at the very bottom is the lottery numbers. This is probably going to give you an app to download, you know, and then they're going to hack your phone and steal all of your money. The lottery numbers are 14, 20, 32, 33, 54, and 59. 14, 20, 32, 33, 54, 59. And if you buy a lottery ticket with those numbers, I guarantee you, you will probably have wasted $1. So, I think my house is starting to smell like homemade bread. But yeah, I mean, that's normal prices around here, Tim. You're lucky to get out of any place with spending less than 15 bucks. I mean, it's just brutal. Oh, I need to work on that. It's probably not cool enough yet. Food prices, you know, you can go to McDonald's and spend 10 bucks. I mean, Lorelai and I, when we travel on the road, we don't get our own meal. We buy one meal and split it. One, it's plenty of food, and two, it's just too damn expensive not to do it that way. So that's what we do. All right, let's come over here. I gotta continue to work on something. I gotta start pulling out my dog's food. I went to lunch and spent about 25 bucks for 3 people. That's pretty good. So this is chicken for Lily. Is what this is. I got to pick out the fat, and I got to pick out the bones, and then tomorrow I'll add diced carrots and pumpkin seed. Dogs are not supposed to eat chicken bones. If you didn't know that, dogs are not supposed to eat chicken bones. The dog eats better than you do. The dog eats better than I do. I think the dog has a better life than I do. I mean, it lays around all day, gets its belly rubbed. It doesn't got to get a job, doesn't have to clean the house, doesn't have to do laundry. It gets its treats made for it. But it's kind of like one of those things that, and Lorelai and I are going to try to eat less processed foods, then we think our dog ought to have the same opportunity. Sometimes I'll put potato in here. Rid of some of that skin. Nice. Make sure I get the bones out of there. Pretty pathetic, huh? That says, good to see you, John. How are you? John, say happy birthday to Patrick. It's his birthday today. That's why he's running naked in the streets, because it's his birthday. We usually feed Lily turkeys, frozen turkey, but I'm out of them. I can't find frozen turkeys right now. So we had to buy her chicken. And chicken's good. She likes the chicken, and it'd be a good change of pace for her. But she really likes the dark meat of turkey and dark meat of chicken. So we don't buy chicken breasts. We buy a whole chicken or a whole turkey. Is what we do. I like the turkey better because it also comes with like hearts and gizzards, and I boiled those down, and I think those are probably really good for her vitamin wise. The extra arm that's in there. But in a pinch, we got to do what we got to do. We got 15 minutes to go before the bread's ready. I'm almost done with this. That one didn't cool off yet. And if we catch liver on sale, I buy that sometimes and feed her liver. If we buy a hamburger or something and it starts to get old, I cook it up and give it to her. I don't like to have things go to waste. So, if it's uncooked and it's just sitting in the freezer, well, I'll cook it up and let her eat it. It's a good liver. So, I'll take this and chop it up, and And I'll make probably, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks of food out of this, maybe. At least a good 2 weeks. But I should be able to stretch it to 3 weeks. Let's sit back down for a couple of minutes. I do. We don't use margarine at all. We only use butter, and we use, a lot of times, we use both salted and unsalted butter. But we buy just real butter. We've been buying real butter for probably 15 years. We haven't bought margarine or country crock or any of that other artificial crap at all. So yeah, we buy real butter, real butter. We been doing that forever. Being at the chemistry laboratories, we had students do experiment on margarine, country crock, and after seeing some of those experiments, I went, nah, I'm not eating that shit anymore. So we switched to butter. Yeah, margarine is poison. It is. It truly is one molecule away from a poison. It's a molecule away from plastic. Don't eat it. So we buy real butter. We do. We've been doing that for 15 years. We're trying to do much better. Dennis turned me on to, and I'm sorry my brain is squishy, but I can't remember that doctor's name, about his whole book about eating differently. And since reading his book, we've really taken it to heart to try to eat non-poison. Kind of can't remember his name at all now. I can't remember his name. We're talking about eat like your ancestors used to, basically. So we read ingredients all the time. It's like, what was it, this weekend, I got some, we just look at everything. Kinberry, thank you, Dennis. You know how my brain is, I had that memory lapse. Yeah, I don't know if in the Philippines you can get real anything in the Philippines. I remember when we were there, our friends, got us some. I thought it was funny. They knew I was coming, so they knew I like cheese and peanut butter, and they were all very happy to get me cheese and peanut butter. The problem was it was a cheese-like substance and a peanut butter flavored substance. So I'm like, oh, thank you so very much, but I'm like, this isn't cheese. This is not what cheese is, and this is not peanut butter. So even the peanut butter, we eat a lot of peanut butter, but it's truly just peanut butter. We're getting better at that. Because we want to get better at that. That's why when we look at ice cream, we want it to be real ice cream, ice cream, labeled ice cream. Not a frozen dairy product, blah, blah, blah. A lot of the chicken and the meats, if you could buy it from a farmer, you'd be better off versus buying chicken at Walmart. I think Walmart, I think they're horrible. I mean, I think they know it. I think Walmart knows that they're selling poison to everybody. And they could do something about it, but they choose not to. Now, Walmart's come out with their own healthy brand. I can't remember what it's called, but they've come out with their own version of, hey, this is Dr. Ken Berry approved type of stuff. Hey, this is good for you. It's not like the other shit we sell. Yeah, you got to read those labels. It's like Good Sense, I think is their brand, Walmart brand of healthy food. But they know, they do. And, you know, never mistake Walmart for being your friend. Walmart's not your friend. Walmart doesn't care if you show up or not. Walmart doesn't care what they sell you. They don't care if they kick you out. They don't care if they treat you like shit. They don't care if they overcharge you, which they do all the time, every day, people. If you're going to go to Walmart, you better make sure how much things actually weigh because they're overcharging you. They say they're giving you a 3-pound bag of fortune cookies, and it's really 2 pounds, but they're charging you for 3 pounds. Deli meats are horrible in that. They're bad for you, but deli meats, sliced cheese, all of those things, they're underweight. A 5-pound bag of potatoes is not 5 pounds bags of potatoes. A 3-pound bag of apples is not 3 pounds. They always side under the 3-pound mark. Or under, they're never going to give you anything above 5 pounds. It's always going to be under. 1 pound of carrot, not going to be a pound of carrots. So just keep that in mind. Chicken in the Philippines is not good unless you boil it for hours. Oh, I like chicken in the Philippines. Well, at least, you know, the chicken you get at the restaurants. We never cooked our own chicken in the Philippines because why would we? We just order it and have it cooked and delivered. Cheaper than we could do all the work to make the chicken. But I like the chicken in the Philippines, like Jollibee and Chowking and the Korean fried chicken. I like it very much compared to Walmart. Lawson's in the house. Well, sorry, I've been gone a long time. I've been on a lot of church trips lately. Good for you, my friend. It's summertime. You should go on trips. You know, Lawson, what I want to tell you is this. You're only young once. So while you're physically able, you're young and healthy, you have the mindset and the opportunity, go travel, have fun, take advantage of the situation, don't get tired of it, just keep go and do, and enjoy, man. You know, a lot of times opportunities only come by once, so you need to snag it while you can. And that's something from all of us would tell you. The native chicken is not edible? Yeah, maybe so, I don't know. I've never had one, I never stole the neighbor's chicken and ate it. But I don't doubt it. It's probably stringy or tough. Tim says, hello, Lawson. Good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're having a great summer. But jump on it, my friend, Lawson. You just keep going and doing, man. Just keep going and doing. Thank you for the thumbs up and coming in your limited time. That's right, Lawson. Pat's birthday today. Lawson, say hello and happy birthday to Patrick. He's having a birthday today. I even had, I already had a piece of cake for him, Lawson. You missed it. And I'm making homemade bread right now, too. And I made dog food for my dog, Lily. That's what we've been doing. We're almost done, though. The bread will be done in probably 10 minutes. Hey, Lawson, you're doing good, my friend. You just keep doing what you're doing. You go do the tennis thing, go do the science education thing, the pilot thing, the church thing, the beach thing. You can never look back on your life and say, gee, I did way too many fun things. I've never met a person in the world who said, I sure do wish I would have sat at home and did a whole lot of nothing. All right? So good for you, my friend. We know that you'll come when you get a chance. You'll see us. Watch our videos when you get time. So we know that. But we encourage all of you guys who can to go and do. Go and do. Can you guys smell the bread? Lawson, enjoy each and every trip and travels while you have the opportunity. I agree. And if somebody steps up and say, hey, how would you like to go to Colorado and do this? Say, okie dokie. You know, even if they want you to go to a place like Texas. You know, don't snub your nose at Texas. Go ahead and go to Texas. You know, so go ahead and do those things. And you're smart enough to know that. We all wish we would have done more of that at your age. Trust me. Now that we're old and can barely walk to Walmart, it's a wholly different story. But good for you, my friend. Good for you. You'll make friends for a lifetime, experiences and memories that you'll never forget. That's what my wife and I try to do now. We just don't get to do it as much as we'd like. But we've been blessed enough in our life to travel a lot. We've traveled a lot. We've been on a lot of cruises and trips and other places and gone and seen things that a lot of people would never got to see and do. And very happy about it. Very happy about it. I can't regret going anywhere. I don't even regret going to the Philippines. I don't regret going anywhere. I mean, Austin says, hey there, Timothy, and happy birthday to Patrick. Yes, it's Patrick's birthday. He's having upside down pineapple cake tomorrow. And his big birthday dinner was Burger King. Is what it was. Yes, it was. Austin, I'm doing some educational stuff in the mornings now. Usually about 10 o'clock in the morning. I've been doing some strategies about life lessons, about how to do better in social media, but also how to be a better person. I've been reading some books. And in the mornings, I sit down and after I get done reading, I go live and I talk about what I learned or what I relearned, because I've read all these books before in my past. So, but a lot of these are just tips about how to make yourself happier, more productive, and hopefully more successful down the road. So you can go back and watch a lot of those live streams if you want. The first hour is when I get into the meat and potatoes. The second hour, a lot of times, is we're just shooting the shit and talking. Ooh, all right. Shall we see if the bread is ready? We got some cooking to happen now, boys and girls. Woo-wee. And I got it. It's hot. Let me check the internal temperature. Everybody say hello to Lorelai. She's in the house. I'm making homemade bread. I cooked Lily's food. I'll finish it tomorrow. Oh yeah, should be done. Internal temperature's looking good. There you go, look at that. Look at that, boys and girls. Look at how beautiful that is. It's okay if you guys want to drool. Hello, Mrs. Pack. Good to see you. Mr. Pack is making a mess. This is It's not, it's, I'll let you guys stare at that beautiful bread a second. So you can dream a little dream. It's kind of just a savory bread, Lorelei. It has, you know, like a chicken stock in it for the liquid and cheddar cheese, so it's, and some, a little bit of butter. Yeah, I think I was reading a book in the morning. It was a great way to start the day off. It is. So I just share my book reading with you guys. Everybody give us a big old round of applause for that smoking hot, good looking bread. It's okay to be jealous if you want to be jealous. Woo-wee. We got some bread cooking now, boys and girls. All right. We're gonna let that cool off. We're gonna let that cool off. So that's what it is. It's made with chicken stock, some butter, an egg, some flour. So it's supposed to be more savory, I guess, versus plain, ordinary, boring bread. But doesn't it look cool? I'm a chef. Look at that. Oh, you got to take a picture and put it on Facebook so those people will get mad again that we made fresh bread. I'll do that when I hang up here in a minute. All right, thinking of that, it's a little bit after 9 o'clock here. My bread is done. Lily's chicken is in the refrigerator cooling until I take it out tomorrow to work with it. I got to clean the kitchen up a little bit, but I'm getting tired. So let me just say thank you all for being here tonight. Lawson, you keep doing what you're doing. Pat, happy birthday. Tim, good to see you. Michael, good to see you guys all. You guys all keep staying busy. Give us a thumbs up before you leave if you haven't done it yet. Very important to do. And I will see you guys in the morning. I'm going to try to get up, do a little live stream in the morning. And then Wednesday night we'll be back. So you did. I have a shirt that has upside down pineapples on the shirt. I do. And it's not one I'm going to wear on the cruise. But it's actually one of my favorite shirts to wear because it's really, really comfortable. But it's not meant for that. I've had the shirt a lot longer before they started associating upside down pineapples with that. But yeah, I won't wear it on the cruise ship just because, you know, I don't want any drama. So, or get kicked off the cruise ship. So everybody take great care. We'll see you guys tomorrow and on Wednesday, of course. If you need anything from our side of the world, just let us know and we'll do what we can to help you guys out. As always, we appreciate you. You guys all get some rest. Enjoy your evening and see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the bread.